Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of my live tea tasting. I'm slightly late, only by 3 minutes, which is not bad. But I'm glad to be here because I am excited to do one of my one of my teas today. Not one of my teas, but a brand new tea that I've never had before. It's brought to you, sponsored by Shanna, who bought this tea for me to try out. But created by our old pal Woody. If you guys remember him, he was the one who did the. Oh man, I think I missed a spot while shaving. I just noticed. Yeah, it's too late to go back now. Sneha, welcome. You're my first guest here. But yeah, if you guys remember Woody, he did the superhero teas. Yeah, that's gonna be bothering me. I can. I tried to shave it, but it didn't quite. It looked fine in the mirror. I don't know. Maybe it's just the lighting. But it's just slightly longer. I don't know. I'm just obsessing. Anyway, if you guys remember, for Superhero Month, they were all Woody teas. They were his creation. Well, this month I'm having another theme. Since it's February, it's Sweets for Your Sweet, and I'll be doing dessert teas all month long. And today's tea is gonna be delicious. It's butterscotch cheesecake. Oh man, this is gonna be amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the water right now. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I have been like rushing. I'm sorry, I'm like running a little bit late. I'm a little bit frantic. But I spent about almost 2 hours waiting for my train to come home, and it was not a fun commute today. So I was running late, and I'm sorry, you guys. I'm only 3 minutes late. But still, I mean, I'm just letting you guys know what happened. Anyway, today's I'm going to talk about today's blend a little bit. It's got three ingredients. Shanna, welcome. It's got butterscotch, cream, and gingerbread. Those are the three flavors that were included. So the ingredients is black tea, apple pieces, cocoa nibs, rose hips, butterscotch flavor, natural gingerbread flavor, ginger, orange, cinnamon, marigold flowers, and natural cream flavor. Now that's a whole lot of flavor in one blend. Let me see. Oh yeah, it is still going. My pot is my kettle is a little bit quiet for some reason. I guess it's still warming up. But I'm gonna go ahead and take some of this out now. I am dying to figure out. I haven't even smelled this tea. There we go. Oh, that is really nice. That is actually, whew, that's beautiful. It's very flavorful. You know what? I'm going to need a Mickerdoodles. Welcome. I see you just popped up. I'm gonna need there we go, a spoon. Normally I just pour it right out of the pouch, but because this is in a tin, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult to handle. So I'll go ahead and pour some of this out there. I'll show you guys what it looks like in just a moment. I'm just not trying to make a mess right now. Yeah, you made it. I'm glad. It's a rare occasion, but I'm glad you made it. Okay, so my water's just starting to boil now. So I'm going to show you guys real quick what it looks like. It is a black tea, so you'll see it's super dark. What's that blue thing? I think that's part of the sponge that I used to clean it. I'll have to pick that out in just a minute. But yeah, you can see the orange, I mean not the orange peel, the apple pieces right there. It's got the ginger in it, the marigolds, which is those yellow stripes. What's that these red pieces? Yeah, I don't know what those. Oh, those are probably. Oh, those are the rose hips. Psst, doy, Mike. Yeah, I'm a little bit slow today. I've been really working on this. But you can see. I'll show you guys. It comes up to about here. So I'll show you how much it expands once it's fully steeped. Alejandra, welcome. I see you just came in. So let me quickly pull out. There we go. Those little pieces of sponge that was there. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to drink any of that. But I was able to get it all out. Excuse me. Ooh, I'm still battling the cough. You guys will see it's not as bad as it was before. Hopefully it's not going to interrupt me too much tonight. But it is getting better, thank God, because I get seriously annoyed by the coughing, and I'm sure you guys aren't fans of my cough either. So, by all means, I'm glad that it's gone. So, as I was saying, it's a very full, scented tea, even when it's not steeped. It's very flavorful. You could smell the sweetness of the butterscotch. Okay, no problem. I'll wait. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, you can smell the butterscotch over everything. I'm not anticipating a huge, a huge spice. Oh, my water just popped. I'm not anticipating a huge spice. I mean, there is quite a bit of ginger in here, but I don't think it'll be enough to overpower the sweetness of the butterscotch. I've had butterscotch tea before. I believe I streamed it as well, and it was pretty strong. So I don't foresee the ginger going too much. Now, since this is a black tea, I'm going to be steeping it at 212 degrees for 5 minutes. That's the normal steep time for any black tea, and there's nothing in there that will oversteep, because it's all black tea and different herbs. Yeah, I don't see anything that's going to that's going to affect the flavor too much if I oversteep it. I just have to be sure not to oversteep it to black tea standards, and I should be fine. I'm going to drink this unsweetened as usual. And you know, it's something that I'm really excited about for this one, because this one, it really won't need it from what I can smell. It's super duper pungent. I mean, well, I don't want to say pungent. It's like the odor is really super strong. Ooh, that's really nice. Like, it's starting to permeate the room, and like I just got a really strong whiff of it. Woo, that's gonna be an amazing tea once it's done. This is like, it smells like breakfast. You know, not English breakfast or any of the breakfast teas. It smells like actual breakfast, like syrup. I mean, it's butterscotch. You guys know how butterscotch tastes and how it smells, and I'm getting that whole aroma of it, and it's beautiful. So what's it? Does it smell like bakery or Cheesecake Factory? I don't know. It's hard to pick. It actually smells like a house. You know, like first thing in the morning when you wake up, you go for breakfast, and the house smells like syrup. It's just like that. You know, I'm not getting any particular bakery or restaurant kind of smell. It might just be because it's in the yeah, I could use some cough syrup for sure. I definitely I definitely will, just not right now, because I need to stay awake. Yeah, I think that's more like at a Waffle House. That is actually pretty accurate. You know, you get that high syrupy butterscotch aroma in the room, and you know, let me tell you, I would love to have my room smelling like this 24/7. Like, it's just, oh. There was a time that I actually bought I have like these plugins, and one of the flavors was Cinnabon. So for about 2 or 3 months, my room smelled like Cinnabon, and it was amazing. Oh, but I gotta tell you, I have not done that again, but I really should, because it was so good. And I would wake up. Oh, there goes Quackhead. I would wake up in the morning and just smell Cinnabon, and there's nothing else in the world that's like it. All right, so I'm pulling this up right now. Perfect. What was this? Let me introduce you to B&BW. Oh, Bath and Body Works wallflowers. I'm assuming that's what that is. If it is, then I am awesome at at initials. But yeah, I have no idea what wallflowers is. Is it sweet? Is it Cinnabon-y? Cinnabon-y is now my official word to describe it. Yeah, it sounds good to me. Then I'll definitely check it out. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour some of this out. I am thrilled for this. This is gonna be epic. Because all I smell right now is butterscotch. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some out. Was this air freshener so many cents? Yeah. Like, I like smelly things. There we go. Oh, look at that. This is a very beautiful color. I'm going to show you guys in just a second. It is looking really nice. Wally, welcome. Check that out. Look at that. It's like a nice brown reddish color, and it looks like super duper appetizing. Like, it looks like syrup, and it smells amazing. Like, this is definitely a butterscotch tea, because that's all I'm getting right now. It's oh, it's so sweet. Like, I wish you guys could like be here and just like gather around my teacup, because this is some amazing stuff. It's not as black as some dark teas that I've had before. You could see actually all the way to the bottom of the cup. And there are some black teas that won't allow that at all. You guys have seen on previous streams how dark some black teas can be. This one is relatively light. That's probably indicative of the flavor. It's going to be pretty sweet also. Hey Maha, welcome. Better late than never. Was it Facebook needs to invent smell-o-vision? Yes they do. Because, oh my god, if that was the case, I'd be getting thousands of people on my stream every day. But one more whiff before I take the plunge. Oh, that is nice. I can definitely there is definitely a strong presence of the black tea, but the butterscotch is strong there as well, and it's helping sweeten it. Now, sometimes the black tea has a pretty strong flavor. I think I may have oversteeped this slightly, but not enough to like really ruin it. I would recommend like short steeping it a little bit. Instead of 5 minutes, maybe 4, 3.5. Because there is a slight burnt flavor, but it's not too bad. It's not overpowering, and it still smells amazing. Now, I am not generally a fan of flavored black teas, mainly because a lot of the time you just taste the tea and there's not much of anything else, and that's kind of what I'm getting from here, but not in a bad way. Like, I've had the butterscotch tea, and the butterscotch tea is butterscotch. I mean, it's out of this world. I love it. But the cream tea and the gingerbread tea are you're hi mom, you're here with mom. Who am I talking to? Unless Ma, you started referring to yourself in the third person, which would be pretty scary, because that's just weird. So what was it like Starbucks? Their stuff is overpriced. Burnt coffee and tea. For the most part, yeah. I mean, there are a few things that that I like. But I'm not a coffee drinker, and the some of the teas are like I usually tend to drink either chai teas or herbal teas over there. Or if I'm going to do a green tea, it's going to be iced. You're my worst nightmare. What you mean, like a cheeseburger coming to eat me? I think that that's pretty scary. That is so good. But I think that in this case, the cream and the gingerbread tea are underplayed a little bit. Um, I'm not really getting a whole lot of spice from the ginger. Right now, the black tea and the butterscotch tea are they're basically fighting for my attention. Because I'm not getting any of the cream. I'm not getting any of the gingerbread. Now, generally, gingerbread itself on its own as a tea is pretty good, as long as you don't oversteep it. But in this case, it's like I'm not getting any of that. I'm getting black tea and butterscotch tea, which I mean, it's not a bad thing. I just wish that the other flavors were more prevalent. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I wish it was creamier. There's supposed to be cream in there. I'm not getting any of it. A little sweetener takes that tea to the next level. Not much is needed, like one cube. I can see that. It's not going to take much to bring out the flavor of the butterscotch. Um, because that alone is already super sweet, but you add the sugar to it, it'll make the flavor pop some more. I don't know what it would do to the what's this? Oh, old lady time. Oh, okay. Have a good night, Mickerdoodles. I will see you mañana. Or actually, no, probably on Monday. Monday, Yana. Anyway, my computer just logged me off. I hate it when it does that because I need to reference things sometimes, and it kind of sucks when I can't. Anyway, so in this case, I would love to have a little bit of sugar just to compare. Now, Shanna, you did advise that I try it both with sugar and without. The only thing is, I don't have any sugar, and I was running so late, I can't get any. So I'll have to try it again with sugar. Maybe I'll have well, I mean, it'll definitely be a different. Oh, excuse me, I was fighting that hiccup for the longest. It'll definitely be a different experience. But in this case, but in this case, I'm not regretting not having any sugar because it really doesn't need it. I'm enjoying it enough as it is. Um, but I mean, I would love to definitely try it in a different way. Mm. Now, I think that as it cools, I'm starting to get a little bit more of the ginger. Um, it's not like cold, cold. It's still pretty hot. But I am noticing a difference in the flavor as it cools. Um, I'm getting more of the butterscotch and a little bit more of the cream. I think that that is starting to become a little bit more prevalent as the temperature dies down. Now the butterscotch alone is pretty creamy as it is, but while it was hot, well, while it was, let's say, fresh out of the pot, um, it was a little bit hard to sense because the black tea flavor and the butterscotch flavor were basically neck and neck. I wasn't getting anything else. But now it's starting to cool off. I can taste a little bit of the cream more and a little bit of the gingerbread more. It's not, and the thing about the gingerbread is it's not the spice of it, but rather just the ginger flavor. I'm starting to pick up on. If that makes any sense, like if you've ever had straight up ginger, you'll taste the there's kind of like a slight, well, for lack of a better term, there's like a sweetness before the burn kicks in. I'm getting more of the sweetness than the burn. Um, it's not super strong at all. But it is there. It is noticeable. Let me see. Mm. Oh, that's good. I'm really getting this kind of like there's an overall mouthfeel that is it's a little bit interesting because like I'm tasting different parts of the tea in different parts of my mouth. Like this is a very rare thing, but I'm actually tasting some of the sweetness and the butterscotch underneath my tongue. Um, at the top of my mouth, you're I'm getting um, like the creamy, like the cream and the ginger. I'm getting the overall has like the black tea flavor, but it tends to be more in the center of my mouth. Um, it's like that. I get the feeling that the black tea and the butterscotch are going to be the constants during the tasting because all that's all I'm really tasting with like notes here and there of everything else. Hmm. I want to like keep it in my mouth a little bit, just to observe a bit more. Unfortunately, I burned the roof of my tongue yet, the roof of my mouth yesterday, during lunch. So it kind of like it was kind of like blistery, if that's a thing for the top of for the roof of your mouth. I'm assuming that it is, but it's just gross to think about. But I mean, ultimately, that's what it is. Like you get like that swelling at the top of your at the roof of your mouth when you burn it. It's a lot better than it was yesterday, but it does nothing when you're drinking hot tea and trying to keep it in there. But I am able to drink it for. I mean, I am able to keep it for a little while, enough to notice things. Yeah, I know it is pretty nasty. But yeah, it's just a fact of nature, you know. I mean, what you gonna do? Um, let me, because let me hold on to it for just a minute, just so I can make a better informed uh analysis. Oh, I'm getting fancy with my words now. Hmm. Yeah, now I'm getting more of the ginger. Well, the gingerbread now, actually. I don't even want to say ginger; it's gingerbread. Because the black tea and the ginger, along with the cream, is getting to be a little. They're starting to mix really well, and like the gingerbread is starting to come out more than it was. Um, I'm not getting a cheesecake flavor. I'm assuming that's just because of the title, Butterscotch Cheesecake. Um, but in all honesty, it's just butterscotch gingerbread, which is not a bad thing. That actually could be that could make for a good cookie, you know. I wouldn't mind trying something like that. And I mean, why not? Because life is all about tasting new things. At least my life, uh, trying new things here and there. You never know what you'll find. But that is definitely this tea is definitely worth drinking because it's very settling. It's not it's strong but not overpowering. It's got a very wholesome flavor. It's really sweet. Um, yeah, I'm liking this. It's definitely the kind of tea that you'll want to have at the end of the day. Even though it is caffeinated, so you have to like watch out for the caffeine content. But it's not to the point where it'll unless like you're super sensitive to it. It's not to the point where it'll keep you like running around bouncing off the walls all night long. At least I hope not. It's caffeine doesn't really affect me as much. I have a built-in tolerance. Um, which is funny because growing up I never really drank a whole lot of caffeine. Uh, but I mean, it is what it is. I think it's just hereditary. Woody does know his blends. I'll give him that much. I can definitely I can only hope that I could be as creative with my palate and get the kind of menu that he has because he does put together some really good teas. I have yet to taste a bad woody tea, and I had to add tea in there because I know how some of your dirty minds work. Anyway, oof. Oh my God, I'm kind of filled right now. I had to eat a really late dinner, and like all of that now is settling in my stomach, and it's, oof. I am nice and satisfied. Um, so go ahead if you have any questions, comments. I'm going to open up the floor a little bit early. I know that I usually wait until the very, very end to open up the floor for comments and questions, but in this case, I could use a little bit of a breather because um, I'm like so stuffed right now, and I'm like I feel relaxed. I feel like at ease. Um, I mean, if I could wake up in the morning and have some of this, like right off the bat, this will be a good way to start a lazy Sunday afternoon. You know, it'll wake me up slowly because of the caffeine, but um, this is it's a nice calming feeling. Like I would start work with this kind of blend, because it'll perk you up. The sweetness of it will give you um, that little kick in the pants that you need sometimes. Lord knows I need a kick in the pants quite a bit. Um, I'm debating if this would be good as an iced tea. Uh, I have had butterscotch on its own iced, but I've added sugar and cream to it, and it tastes really great. Um, this one in particular, I think you'd have to give it the same treatment because the black tea is a little bit strong, um, and it may not taste great as it cools off. Like I like English breakfast iced tea, but I don't like like some black teas like Assam pretty strong. Um, if I'm gonna ice a black tea, I would go with a Darjeeling, which is more soft. English breakfast. I would not do Irish or Scottish breakfast because those are the stronger blends. And as you ice them, it'll get to um, it may be a little bit bitter, if that makes sense. Um, because you get that like kind of stingy, uh, like a stingy. Well, I mean, the way that I perceive it is like a stinginess against my tongue. And it's not that great when it's iced. So some teas I prefer hot. I will never change my mind about that. Um, but this one I'm kind of on the fence about. I don't know how it would ice because as it cools off now, it's I'm tasting more of the black tea. I definitely think I'd prefer it hot over iced, unless it's like severely sweetened and creamy and just overall transformed into a breakfast treat. Mm. Ooh, I'm getting stuffed already. Ooh, excuse me. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like now. Let me move that over there. Hopefully, I'm not going to spill. I always manage to spill a little bit. Oh, there we go. So, if you guys remember how high the tea went, here's what it looks like now. So you can see it practically doubled in size. It used to be about down here or so. But it pretty much doubled in size. You can see at the top, all the leaves have expanded a little bit. You can see the apple has gotten pretty juicy looking. Um, and the black tea has gotten. Oh, let me see if I can pull one out. Hold on. Uh, I love showing the differences in teas. There we go. So I'll show you guys what this looks like. Now, if you remember what it looked like when it was is still dry, it was all kind of thin and almost like a stick or a twig. Look at how much it expanded. The leaves unfurled, and that's where all the flavor is coming from. And you can see even in the marigold leaf that I have right here, that expanded as well. So you're getting all of that flavor mixed in, um, and it really pulls out well, depending on the leaf. Some leaves don't give off a whole lot of flavor, and that's how you get teas like a white tea where there's it opens up, but it's still like the tea itself doesn't release a whole lot of flavor. This one has been oxidized pretty well. Oh, excuse me. So you're getting a lot of the flavor coming out of it. Oh, excuse me. I've been trying to fight these hiccups all night. It's just not happening. Every week, man. Every week. I don't know how people do this. Mm. Oh, woo, that was good. Oh, I want to make sure that this thing doesn't close on me again. Now, I really wish that I had drank some of this for the past couple days. As you guys know, Chicago had quite a bit of a drop in temperature. I was surviving on white Ayurvedic chai, which that saved my life. But while I was working, that should have been that the this tea would have just made my day a little bit easier to cope with. So yeah, at least it's just hiccups and I'm not farting on camera. That is a good thing. It would be even better for just as long as I didn't have to smell it. Comedy relief farts are funny. I don't care what anybody says. And you guys would be laughing along with me. The only thing is, like, I'd be the one suffering because, oof. But yes, I'm glad to admit I am not farting currently. And that's one thing that I didn't think I would say when I woke up this morning. Of course, half the time, I never know what I'm going to say when I wake up in the morning, but strange things just come out of my mouth. Oh, anyway, depending on the situation, at least. Oh, oh my God, I ate so much. It's like everything is like really stuffed in my stomach right now. I am going after this. I'm like gonna lay out. This is like a really good tea to drink and just chill. I'm feeling really mellow right now. The flavor is just relaxing me. And it's I enjoy it. What did I eat? I went to Burger King. I had a Whopper, well, the Whopper Junior, like the two Whopper Junior meals, with fries. Um, but yeah, I mean, like normally I eat about 2 hours before the stream. This time I didn't have the time. I had to like come home, eat and prepare like everything. I had less than an hour when I got in, and I was running around, so I had to eat fast. I had to do something with my hair because like it was all over the place. I have not had a haircut in about 2 or 3 months, and it's starting to show. I had to clean up my room, organize it a little bit. I had to lay out everything. And you guys, like, you guys don't know the kind of prep that goes into this every week. Um, I need about an hour, a whole hour, to prep everything, and yeah, I didn't have it this time. And then I had to shave also, which you guys have all missed my rant about this thing going here. I was in a little bit of a hurry when I shaved, and like this little patch right here, I'll have to get that after. Uh, although a little soul patch, not too bad. It's a low soul patch. That right here is just not cutting it, so it had to come down a little bit more. Anyway, and I appreciate that you appreciate the streams. I'm glad for it. Otherwise, I don't know why I'd be doing this, if not for you guys. But yeah, this is definitely, I definitely enjoy it, but it's hard work. I know, I just make it look easy. It's never considered work if you enjoy it. I don't know who quoted that, but they are dead wrong because all of this is work. It's just a labor of love. Oh, so I'm gonna go ahead and top myself off because I am running a little low. There you go. Look at that beautiful bronze color right there. Oh my God, I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling like nice and mellow. Um, Even though I'm caffeinated, I'm caffeinated up. I'm feeling like it's a nice it's a nice feeling, And like, I think I want to. If I had cream, I would totally put it in this because like this tea it's on point. A little bit of cream would go a long way with this. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead. Once again, I'm gonna open up the I'm gonna open up the floor. Yeah, floor is a hard word for me today. I'm going to open up the floor for questions, comments, anything you want to talk about. Ask me anything. Just throw it at me. Teresa, I'm going to answer your question as I do every week. What food would this pair well with? It would definitely be something. It's a dessert tea, right off the bat, so I would definitely pair it with something creamy. Maybe ice cream. Ooh, ice cream would go really good with this. Um, Maybe some cereal. Something sweet, and sugary. I think that it would go well with this. Um, Maybe like Cocoa Puffs. Ooh, Cocoa Puffs. You know what? That might not be such a bad blend. Jose actually did this yesterday. He put coffee in his Cocoa Puffs with milk, and he says it tasted really great. Um, I'm gonna take it one step further. Well, I'm gonna say, we can make a Cocoa Puff tea by having yes, Stroop waffles, definitely. Maybe if I add chocolate and butterscotch, that would probably be really nice. Infuse it with pork chops? Actually, that might not be such a bad thing if you have it as like a glaze. That might not be so bad. A little bit of butterscotch with a little bit of honey. That might not be so bad. I don't know if you want to put barbecue sauce on it, but I'm really digging that flavor profile. I'll have to consider that. I mean, I don't make pork chops. I should. I've never done it before. But we'll see. Sticky chops, yes. I mean, I wonder if we could do like a butterscotch and honey combo. Mm, I'll have to think about that. Yeah, I'm giving away all my ideas, so I'm gonna have to like jump on that sooner than later because I don't want anybody stealing my ideas. Oh man, but yeah, I wonder how that would come out. Maybe a honey butterscotch glaze, a little bit of barbecue sauce, a little bit extra ginger, give it a nice little kick. That would be like a pork chop chai. That would be awesome. Oh, excuse me. I got away from myself a little bit. Oh, oh man. I gotta say that I can't say this enough. This tea is like super satisfying. Like I'm feeling nice and mellow and just like I don't know, man. Like it's doing good things to me. This is exactly what I needed after a really long day. Cause I mean, like, if you guys saw my post about the CTA and the grumblings of it, oh, it was awful. I spent almost 2 hours waiting for the train to get home in the cold. Thank God I was underground, but there was no heat. Uh, if I were in jail, which tea would break me out? Um, that's a good question. If I was in jail, first of all, what jail, what would I be in for? Because that would depend on whether I'm in max security or uh, whether I was in like low end. Maybe I embezzled $1 million and I was like in one of those low security club fed kind of things where they take care of me even though I'm a prisoner. One of those deals. But if I were to break out of jail, what tea would I use? I would have to use a. I think I would use Lapsang Sao Chong and then yell fire. And when everybody smells the smoke, they'll come running, and I'll use the distraction to get through. Low security baby jail. Well, I don't know how many babies are in jail right now. Hopefully not too many. But if I was in baby jail, I doubt that they could make a cell that could hold me. I used to break out of my cribs all the time. Remember, Ma? Ah, whoo, that's some good stuff. Ah, I'm like, oh, this is so like I'm feeling like super good right now. This flavor is like really really doing it for me. Whew. But I like uh I'm so satisfied. I think that as soon as I finish this tea, I'm just going to like lay out and probably pass out. I don't even know. Oh, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I'm gonna I'm gonna be like peeing all night, I'm sure, but all this squishiness in me. Oh, that's an awful visual right there. So if I were hungover, which tea would I use to get back on my feet? Wow, you have me like on in all these situations there. Um, well, I would have to say mocha nut mate because it's the closest thing to coffee that you can get, at least in my opinion. Yeah, exactly. Mocha nut mate, just mate in general. The high caffeine content will definitely kick me back up. Um, do it with a little flavor. Why not? Although I have no idea what it's like to be hungover because I don't drink. But if I drank and if I overdid it, if I ever got blackout drunk, and wake up and like head in the toilet kind of thing, I would make myself some mocha nut mate. That you can count on. Now, if I lost a limb, what kind of tea would I know? Like, I don't think they make a tea for that. As many teas that have health benefits, I doubt regrowing an arm would be one of them. So, oh my God. Okay, I'm like starting to feel it. So I'm gonna hurry up and drink the rest of my tea. I'm gonna make the announcements. Um, because there are announcements to be made. We're coming up to the end of our charity polls. So if you haven't yet voted, vote over the weekend, tonight, tomorrow, Sunday, because I'm going to announce the next winner on Monday. And then I believe next week is the last polls of the ones that haven't been used yet. And then the week after is going to be the winners of the previous weeks, and so we'll have our final vote as to which organization will be raising money for. Then once we get that, I want all you guys to participate. If you're not able to give, just please share the status all month long. I want to get the speaking of money. What's up, Greg? Welcome. You're late, but better late than never. How much are you giving to charity? No. I want you guys to share the status. Let everybody know it's going to a good cause. This is the goal is $1,000. Have a good night, Alejandra. I'll see you later. Um, the goal is $1,000, and if I hit that goal, you guys have already know the highest tier. I haven't worked out many of the lower tiers, but the highest tier is going to be I'm going to get a tattoo of a teapot, and it's going to be awesome. So I want you guys to, if you can't give yourselves, then spread the word. have your friends give, have them spread the word. I want to hit that $1,000 mark because it's going to be a. Was this you'll text me for charity details? Well, I mean, you won't have to because I mean we haven't even voted on the charity yet. But once I do, then we'll work it out from there. I mean, if you want to give, great. If you can't, I understand perfectly. But I want to like hit that goal. I want to give something back to the community, and I think that as a group, we can make some great differences here. So that's gonna be my goal. For that's gonna be my goal for you guys. Um, let's do something good. Let's give back to the community. Because it's just an amazing thing to do. So that's gonna be all month long in March. Um, and yeah, like I think I think that's it. And I do realize that I have not had a raffle for the past 2 months. I realize this. I'm going to get back into it. I'm probably gonna do it at the end, either at the end of March, um, because right now I have to be careful with my money coming off the holidays and stuff like that. I just need to build it up again, but I am fully aware that we're gonna have to go back to the raffle again, which it's something I love doing for you guys also. But yeah, so I am fully aware. I'm just gonna wait a little while, and we'll be getting that as well. And Shanna, absolutely, we got to make this go viral because it's an amazing cause, and you guys know how much I've enjoyed volunteering. I want to do more, and I think that you guys getting involved in this also, it's gonna make a great difference. So let's really put some hard work into this and get this going. There will be lower tiers, so it's not just going to be like hit the 1,000 or nothing happens. But there are going to be different goals that we hit, and depending on what goal we end on is the challenge that I'm going to do. So even if we don't hit that 1,000, we're gonna have like a 50 goal, 100 goal, a 200, and so on. So we're gonna build it, and whatever we land on, it's gonna be golden. Oh, what else do we have? Probably March. I'm thinking we're gonna do another tea crawl. That's something that I mean, as long as the weather gets better by then, I'd love to put one together. It's been fun every time we did it, and we haven't really opened it up to the community yet. Uh, but I think that that's something that we really should do because it's a lot of fun, and I mean, I love. Oh, next week's flavor. I haven't decided yet, uh, but I really should. I don't know if I made the announcement yet, but Miriam is taking over my my Instagram account, and she'll be pushing out the advertisement, and I'm making Instagram more engaging. Uh, I really should get on that. I have the flavors already, so that is a it's a start. You know what? Let's do this. I have them right here. Let's see what I'm going to pick out. Ooh, this is interesting. Next week, it's gonna be pancakes. Pancakes is awesome. So apparently, I'm doing a whole breakfast thing for the next couple weeks. Okay, so you've heard it here, folks. We're gonna do pancakes next week. Oh, excuse me, and it's going to be an awesome, awesome time. Oh, excuse me. So I don't normally announce the flavors in advance, like this far in advance, but Miriam, it's your job now. You're going to have to market pancakes. Now that's not going to be very difficult because who doesn't like pancakes, you know? Uh, but yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it already. Oof. Oh man, I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. Okay, so I'm gonna open up the floor again. I'm not quite down to my last sip yet, but I'm getting there. So if you have any questions or comments or anything, if you have any suggestions also for charity month, yeah, just let me know because I mean I'm open to ideas and trying to get the word out. I do have a couple of ideas, but like like that's not my specialty. I do have friends who know a little more about it, so I'll talk to them. But yeah, getting the word out is gonna be like priority one. And hopefully we can get this event to be like a huge success. I want to be able to do this every year that there is a stream at least. Um, and even if there isn't a stream, I mean, we could always. This is all done by Facebook anyway, right? So like, I don't know. We'll see. Not that I'm planning on not streaming anymore, but like, if if for some reason I take an extended vacation or something, uh, I think I could cook with gaucho mate? Probably. Um, because gaucho mate has a really good flavor. It's got more of a uh, it's got a wholesome but cinnamony kind of flavor. What if there's no Facebook? Then we'll have to talk to Mark Zuckerberg about that because he'll be letting a lot of people down. If there is no Facebook, I'm gonna have to stand on the street corner and be like, "Give me money to give to charity. Give me $1,000 and I don't know, shave my head bald and tattoo a picture of Richard Nixon on the back there." I don't know. I don't know why everything is. I don't know why everything has to do with tattoos, but whatever. Mm. Oh, but I lost my train of thought just now. But yeah. Anyway, so do I have any more announcements? I don't think so. Oh, the gaucho mate. Sorry, that's what I was gonna do. If I were to cook with gaucho mate, um, I'd actually probably put it in rice. That might actually be really good if I infuse rice with it. Or, I think that it's got the kind of flavor that would go well in baking somehow. If I were to use it on as a seasoning for a cookie. Jordan, welcome. You're catching the tail end of it, but I'm glad you made it. We were actually just talking about the fundraising for charity, so that's probably what you probably heard it in the back of your head somewhere and came running. Anyway, so the gaucho mate. I would probably put it in like a dessert or something. I don't know quite much. What's up with you? There Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm see my cough is not as bad as it was, just saying. Uh but yeah, I was like I know that's kind of like it just called your spirit. You were like, "Ooh, charity, I'm coming, I'm coming." But yeah, like gaucho mate. I would use that in a dessert, really. I think that that would go well in probably like a cookie or a cake kind of scenario. Oh, you know what? If I could figure out how to make an icing with gaucho mate, oh, that would be incredible. That we got it. I got it. I got it. A gaucho mate ice cream. I mean, icing with the butterscotch cheesecake cake. For all you bakers out there, we'll try to figure out a way to do that. But I think I think that would make a great recipe. Oh, look at that. It's like 9:03. I'm already past my hour and I still have a couple sips left. So, I'm going to go ahead and open up the floor for the third time because I've been doing it I've been doing it way too much because I got lazy halfway through. It's like this is so mellow. Uh this is making me feel so mellow. So, uh go ahead, throw it at me. Questions, comments, anything you want to talk about. Now is your chance or forever hold your peace. Mm. Actually, you know what? I think I take it back. This might taste really good iced. The black tea flavor has mellowed out like a lot, and all I'm getting now is the butterscotch and the cream. Like even the gingerbread is not as strong as it was. So yeah, you know what? I think this might actually go well if it's iced. So yeah, I retract that. You wish you had tea some right now? Yeah. That's me literally all day, and I have 20 bags at my desk, and I'm like, I wish I had tea right now. And it's it's a sickness. But I love it, man. This is the kind of this is the kind of passion that would really drives me. I mean, I love this stuff. And you know, I mean like the butterscotch tea alone was super amazing. This is a gentle improvement on it. It's like the kind of thing that when you have something that's really really good, you don't want to make too many changes because it might ruin it. This one is a gentle change of the regular butterscotch tea, to the point where there's it enhances the creaminess of it, um, but it doesn't like rework the entire flavor. Because I mean, like it's if you make too many changes, sometimes something will go wrong. And I've done that in a couple of my blends. Thankfully, it hasn't been very often. Um, but for those few times that it did, you know, live and learn. I did that actually over Christmas. I guess it's okay to talk about it now because I've already given out the Christmas presents. But for Shannon and Nicole for Christmas, I made you guys personalized blends. Nicole's was super easy. That I got in one shot. But Shanna, your tea took about I want to say three or four tries to make. The first try was good. The second try went, wow, it was bad. But the third and the fourth were, well, the third or the fourth, because I don't remember if I actually made three or four of them. But anyway, it came out just right. And I have yet to hear your opinions of it. So you and Nicole have not told me if you guys like it or not. And if you do, I'll be making those blends for you. Um, I'll make them as permanent fixtures on my recipe list. So Woody had better watch out. He's got some competition here. I'm coming for you. Oh, so I'm down to one sip left, and my computer just went to sleep. There we go. If I'm not going to sleep, neither are you. Anyway, so now's your last chance. Questions, comments, anything you want to bring up? Now's the time because I'm down to my last swish. Mm. No, I lied. I still have about another sip left. I had to breathe and it cut me short. Well, yeah, you guys, I was almost drowned in tea. That's like if I am gonna die, that's gonna be the way to do it. Hey, Shadow, welcome back. I don't know if you heard that whole rant. A haircut? Yeah, I'm going to get a haircut within the next couple of weeks, I promise. I know that like I was looking all haggard earlier today. I was like, ooh. But that's what happens in the winter, Like nobody wants to put in effort because you're just gonna put a hat on and hoods and all this stuff, and your hair's gonna get all messed up anyway. But when I got home, I had just enough time to like wet this down and make sure it's semi presentable. Oh, okay. So down the hatch. Now's your last chance to make any questions or comments. Before I forget, Shanna, I don't know if you heard that whole thing that I went on about the Christmas present, but I have yet to hear your opinion of it. So let me know if you liked it, and I'll make it into a permanent fixture on my tea menu. Oh, anyway, that's it for tonight. I just finished my tea and I am feeling mellow, so I am going to call it. I will see you guys next week as I review pancakes. Pancakes is going to be awesome. I will keep you guys posted on Facebook. Monday, I'll announce the winner of the poll to see which charity makes it onto the finals. And I'll see you guys over the week. Have a good weekend. Bye.